Okay, Andrea is officially in her happy place.
Yes.
You want to jump? You want to do a jump?
Well, I won't jump, but I am so excited. We are at the Japan Mobility Show, and Mazda has the all-new CX-5 on display, and we actually got to get in it, sit in it, feel it, and I got to tell you, they were not fibbing about rear seat legroom. This thing has lots of space.
Okay, so we were here the first day, and we're in another, like way other end of the building, and we heard, oh, have you heard the CX-5 is here? Andrea's like this.
Well, like, what?
We have to come and see it. This is a big deal. This is a very, very popular car on our channel, and the fact that we have the all-new one. So the one we're showing you is the Euro spec car. Yeah. The only difference will be maybe a few little features they might put in for our marketplace, but you get the general idea. They have a different engine as well. So the engine is sort of carried over from the last CX-5. It's the 2.5 liter Sky Active. They have a mild hybrid in this one that we don't get in our market. Yeah. What's coming the year after next?
So in 2027, the hybrid powertrain will arrive for the CX-5. In the meantime, at the beginning of 2026, the new CX-5 will arrive in North America. Gone is the turbo engine. Now the only base engine that will be offered is a 2.5 liter non-turbo 4-cylinder with 187 horsepower and 185 pound-feet of torque. We're used to that. We know it's a reliable powertrain.
Okay, so it is bigger though. It's 4.5 inches longer.
4.5 inches longer, and the wheelbase has also grown by 4.5 inches, half an inch wider.
Okay, so it's a larger vehicle with the same power plant, so we have to drive it to see how it feels. The folks here at Mazda say when that hybrid comes out, it's going to be more of a performance hybrid. We'll fill in where the turbo used to be, but a lot of people will take the extra space because one of the criticisms of the current car is the back seat is maybe a little tight for North American taste, cargo space as well. I got Andrea in the back seat, and you can see just how much legroom and headroom there is, and they say it's best in class. So the heavy hitters for rear seat legroom are the Sportage, the Tucson, and then the Honda CR-V. So this is that size.
Best in class, so it's slightly bigger. I gotta say, ton of legroom back there. I also want to add that for some of you who are saying, oh gee, I wish that the turbocharged engine was still available. Mazda tells us that it only represented about 10% of sales, so not a lot for them. And with the hybrid coming, as we mentioned already, it should replace the power or some of that in the turbo.
Okay, so the inside has also been a lot of comments when we put out our little sneak peek video when the car was officially unveiled just a few months ago. A lot of people making hay about the big screen, which does look good, and what are the sizes again, the base sizes?
So the base size is a 12.9 inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Available, you see this large 15.6 inch touchscreen. I was saying to Zach, it reminds me a lot of that larger screen that's in the new Volkswagen Tiguan. I have to say, look, we love buttons. This isn't going to give you the buttons that you're looking for, but I did swipe through it quickly. We obviously have to spend more time with it, but it's fairly easy to use. Yeah. And you've got the steering wheel for volume as well.
When you own a car, everything becomes second nature after a week or so. So the screens are enormous. Buttons, yes, there's not as many, but here's what I noticed. Now this is the top spec. Yeah. Beautiful seats, panoramic sunroof, which was not available in the CX-5 before. A lot of people will like that. And then there is no shiny hard plastic. The plastic in the middle where the traditional shifter is, which I like.
Yeah.
A real traditional shifter. And then the wireless charger is just under the armrest, all matte. Soft touch on the crash pad, and the top of the dashboard is all soft touch material.
And how about this? Standard digital driver display for the CX-5. So Mazda has really updated the tech. Some people complain about the old model and that the technology just isn't great, with the dial at the center console, laggy. Hey, look, we've got a Miata, we've got an MX-5. I know that screen well. So they've definitely modernized the CX-5. I think it's a welcome addition, maybe just a little bit too much with the lack of buttons. You've got your heated and ventilated seats and a heated steering wheel all in the screen, but when you put it also on, let's say, the radio, or you're listening to your music, the volume knob, you can either tap or you can slide. And it's the same with the temperature, tap or slide.
Sounds a lot like the Volkswagen, right?
Sounds like the Volkswagen.
Okay, now we haven't talked about the outside, and the nice
wait,
thing...
Zach, before we get
Okay.
to the outside, how about the seat comfort? So I sat in the front seat, sat in the rear seat. To me, it feels more comfortable, more plush than the current model.
Okay, on looks, as I was getting to, I think it's nicely styled. It's an evolution of what they were doing already. They didn't throw everything out. They have good-looking cars at Mazda, we know that.
Yeah.
They're sporty, they're sleek, they're very fluid in their design. Fantastic paint, especially with the red and the black combination with this one. So it's just a little bit chunkier around the back. Still has the beautiful sculpted grille and headlamps at the front. I think it's a nice looking vehicle. For some people out there, Andrea, that they'll see a lot of sort of future fashion forward SUVs.
Sure.
That might not be for them. This traditional sort of elegant look will appeal to a lot of people.
But that is a Mazda. Elegance, sophistication. It's exactly what we expect from the brand. You definitely see some design elements of the CX-70 and the CX-90, but it doesn't step away from that traditional CX-5 that we're definitely used to. They're still going to be able to keep consumers who enjoy this exterior design. So Mazda tells us that the cargo space has also grown. So you've got more space, there's a power lift gate. It also has a higher loading height, so it'll be easier for you to get items in and out of the vehicle.
I looked underneath though, and you could see underneath there was the subwoofer,
Yeah.
but I didn't see a spare tire. So these things can change market to market, as we mentioned. This is for the European market. Will we get a spare tire? That's yet to be confirmed. So this is the best-selling product in the Mazda lineup. Mazda CX-5 is the best seller. So this is a very important car. We've seen the larger SUVs come, the CX-70 and the CX-90. So they've turned their attention to their core model. And we should just do a little market update. The CX-50 hybrid and gas are not being imported from the US due to tariffs.
Yeah.
The good news for Canadians is these cars come from Japan with no duty, not the same in the US though.
No, not the same in the US. I want to also add just some of the extra features. You've got driver's seat memory. The passenger seat on this model is power operated. It does offer a height adjustment. You've got a Bose sound system that's available panoramic sunroof, and in the rear seats you've got heated rear seats. So all of these things are nice to see. There's also a 360 camera that's available too.
Okay, so now over to you. First of all, we always forget to do this, Andrea. If you like these videos, we do a lot of videos, it'd be great if you guys could subscribe, but we also want to hear from you on this particular product. The Japan Mobility Show is heavy on concepts, so it is very nice to find out there's actual production model that hasn't hit the roads yet, available for us to touch and feel. So we're very thankful to Mazda for letting us get our hands on it. So what do you guys think of this? This is our first chance to see it in person.
Yeah.
I'm more impressed with it now that I see it. I think the screen thing, you will get used to it if you own this car.
I think so too. Every day you're using it, whether you get the larger one or the smaller one. By the way, the base model with that 12.9-inch touchscreen, that's what Toyota offers as the top trim touchscreen on the brand new RAV4, 12.9 inches. So it's interesting to see that Mazda is offering 2 large screens on this model. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we've missed with this. Obviously, we can't wait to drive it.
Damn you, BYD, turning up the stereo just as we're wrapping up our video.
Yeah.
I think we've covered most of it. The good news
so.
is the car's coming in just a few short months, and they'll have a drive program where we'll get a chance to drive it, so we don't have to wait long to get the North American spec cars. What do you guys think of that?
Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, subscribe. We'll see you next time.